top 10 Beyblade Burst characters that got done dirty. Blah blah blah, this is just my opinion. If you don't agree, comment it below and tell me what you think and why. So what I mean done dirty, I mean bladers that were at once cool or threatening or, important, but they just got so beat up by plot armor, I will say. They just look so... they used to be really cool and tough, and then they got weak and stupid. And yeah, let's just get on to the list. At number 10, we have Hyde. Yep, I'm sure a lot of you guys maybe saw this coming. Hyde was quite strong around his first appearance. He beat Iger with a score of 4-0. That is crazy for a protagonist to not even score. That is mad skill. And I believe they battled again, Hyde versus Iger, and Hyde won. But that was really it for Hyde's reign, because he lost to Iger. Don't want to spoil, but let's just say he lost to Phi. He lost to Volt. Who hasn't watched Shirro? Yeah, his bag got broken. But, yeah. The reason I only put him at number 10 is because the bladers he lost to are the 3 best bladers in the show. Iger, Volt, and Phi. Other than that, Hyde is probably the best blader. I wouldn't say, he got done dirty, sure, but not the worst, because he only lost to actual strong bladers, unlike the other guys I'm going to be mentioning in this list. At number 9, this might be a bit of a biased take, but that's going to be my boy, one of my favorite characters in the whole show, Walko Murasaki. So, only the OG fans will remember, Walko was actually intimidating for 2 episodes. Yeah, he was strong too. He never lost a point in the competition. He was rivals with Shu. He made it to Nationals. I guess, yeah. But yeah, we didn't know much about him. He was cool for what we knew. Just a little cocky. But once he joined the Bay Club, we kind of started seeing... I don't know what I'm going on about, but yeah, we started seeing more of him, and he wasn't as cool as we thought. He's just a rich guy that likes to brag. But yeah, after he lost to Shu in Season 1 is where I think Walko's skill really went downhill. In Beyblade Burst Evolution, I believe Walko only won once or twice. He was bad in Evolution. Not only that, but he also, his personality. I feel as the seasons went on, from Evolution to Sparking, he got more and more as a joke. You can't take him seriously, you would have in Season 1. But yeah, it's mostly his blading skill. Was maybe the weakest blader with an actual bay in Evolution, so that's pretty bad. Let's go on to number 8. For number 8, we have got one of the Risen 3, that being Blint Devoy. This guy, when you're introduced to being one of the strongest bladers in the nation, the elites or the supremes or whatever the heck, you expect them to be a little tough. But this Blink guy never won a single battle. How are you in the Risen 3, man? Not even when he joined the Arthur evil guys did he win. I think that made him look worse because he was just a minion for Arthur at that point. But yeah, let's be real. The bladers he lost to were what? Dante, Delta, Gwyn or something? I don't even remember, man. So I guess he really only lost to strong bladers. Let's just go on to the next one. For number 7, we have Nika Aoi. For some reason I can't pronounce that. But Nika, She's only number 8 because, well, she was never a good blader or anything like that. But she was just as good as Toko at the time. So you'd think that she would have grown up to be as good as Toko, but things changed. Nika wanted to be a blader so bad. You would have thought in the time skip she would have been a blader too, but no, she doesn't. She gave up on her dreams, even though when she was a kid, she literally was like, do you think I'll be as good as Shu someday? Or something like that. She wanted to be a blader, so what happened? The creators did her dirty, not for plot armor, but because they're sexist. Until Ilya came around, but the damage was already done. Nika should have had a bay. And I'll stand by that until, the time ends. Number 6, we have Basara Shirro. I don't know, man. Okay, so Basara, what he done is he got done dirty. That's what he done. And what happened with him is, where do I start? He has a whole lore behind how he got done dirty, but let's start at the beginning. He had Death Solomon. He had this bay that wasn't his real bay. He lost a bell, and he felt like he wasn't good enough. So he evolved his bay. Well, he didn't evolve it. He just completely changed it. And for a split second in the whole timeline of Dynamite Battle, Basara was a threat. He beat Bell. And he was like, intimidating, I guess, for like a split second. But then, he like literally right after that battle, or maybe like 2 battles later, Basara was back to his weak self, just as a training dummy for Bell and eventually Rashad to just get stronger while he was nothing. And he had so much potential to his character, it honestly hurts. Like him having an evil arc, they could have done so much more than that. So not only did his blading skills get done dirty, his development got done dirty. And that kind of makes me sad. We are at number 5. And for the number 5 spot, for the 10 bladers that got done dirty, would be Suo Genji. Yeah, remember when this guy was like Wakia? He had like a little moment where he was intimidating. But I feel like for Suo, it just got so much worse. He is literally like nothing. Like his strength compared to say Iger is like not even like comparable. Like by the end of the show, Iger could just knock him out. I'm going to be talking about another guy Iger can knock out right after this one, so bear with me. But yeah, Suo was like a threat. He was intimidating, But he was like, what, the 3rd one out of the battleship cruise or something? It went Heijin? Ranjiro? No, I don't remember, man. It's been a while since I watched Turbo, but he was bad, and he seemed like he was going to be so strong, and he was such an interesting, character. But yeah, they just didn't, they didn't do much with him. I think he could have been a cool villain, or at least a strong anti-hero. But no, they just made him weak. After he lost to Fuki, he just went downhill from there. Now, since we're talking about Fuki, let's get into number 4. Oh boy, this guy got done so dirty. He should have been higher. I should have made him number 3, but Fuki got done so dirty. In Beyblade Burst Season 1, we had the Shu. In Turbo, we had Fuki. And in GT or Rise, we had Delta. They're kind of all the same character. They're that, the guy the main character kind of looks up to her or something. But Fuki, despite being trained under Shu, it does not show. He was tough. I mean, he looked like this really good blader in his first appearance. And he was supposed to be one of the main cast. But he really wasn't just there to support Iger after a while. Again, he got his revenge on Suo, but Fuki just had so much potential to be like Shu, as important as Shu for his season. But yeah, he was just so weak after, Suo I was kind of not 100% sure, but Fuki, Iger could knock him out like that. Him and Ranjiro could go 2-on-1, Iger could knock them both out. How does you get so much weaker, man? How do you get, You and I were on the same level at first, but then how do you get that much weaker than him? Like, what happened? What the heck? The show just did him so dirty. Like, that, how is that? Like, my brain can't fathom how that's possible. Like, how he could have surpassed your level by such an extreme margin. Anyway, let's go on to number 3. And for number 3, here, this one may be a hot take. Probably not. Because, I mean, he's still tough, but just compared to who he was, it just feels wrong. That is Free De La Hoya. This guy, he was untouchable when he first appeared. This guy did not know what losing was. You know, that's who he was. He, like, didn't know what it was. He was like, I don't lose, I will never lose, you know. And, you know, he wasn't just shit-talking like most of the Bladers do. It was true. Everyone knew it. He was, like, carrying his team on his shoulders, you know. Like, he was unstoppable. And, like, I know, of course, he's going to lose eventually, but I feel like losing to, like, all these new protagonists just so quickly, it just takes away the hype of how strong and, like, threatening Free used to be. I just feel like he got done pretty dirty. Like, how he was. Like, you could debate that, like, you can really debate that, like, any of the Sparking Bladers are, like, okay, not Silas, he's obviously weaker, not Rantaro, but Hikaru Hyuga, you can debate, are tougher than Free. Bell, definitely you can debate that. Rashad, you can debate that. Like, Free just totally tanked himself. Anyway, let's go on to number 2. Number 2. I guess this guy honestly could have been number 1, but number 1 is the one that I feel like affected me the most. So anyway, let's go to number 2. That being Ren Wu Sun. Oh man. Remember in his first appearance when he beat Vault Rantaro and Kuza all at the same time against him? And then remember the Bladers Cup where he lost to everyone? I don't even think he scored. I think he scored on Joshua and that's it. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but the point is he did incredibly awful. So dirty. Like what I just said is like pathetic. Like, you are one of the top Bladers in the world. Why are you so weak? Why? Like, I mean, at least get I know they were like kind of rushing it, but I think he should have at least got like a tie or something with one of the Bladers. Like, come on, man. I swear he like didn't train all year for that until that tournament. Anyway, let's go on to number 1. The Blader that I think got massacred the most by plot armor is going to be my boy, Louis Shirro Sagi. In Season 1, Louis had a perfect win streak. In Season 2, he lost twice, I think, to two of the toughest Bladers, which were Free and Shu. So yeah, in Season 2, he was a little weaker than Season 1, but he was still incredibly intimidating, incredibly a threat. This guy beat, like, multiple Bladers at a time for his training. And in Season 1, he beat the whole ride out against him. I guess that's only 4 people. And God, I think he beat 7 people against him all at once. And he just wiped the floor with them like it was nothing. This Louis guy was such a threat. But then we go to Turbo, where he starts taking a dark turn, where Iger, this new Blader, beats him, I believe, on their first battle. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe they battled twice, but I think it was their first battle. Iger beat him. This new kid beat this guy that was pretty much unbeatable until this point. Like, how does that happen? But it only gets worse from here. Sparking, I mean, he wasn't too bad at Sparking. You know, it was a tag team, so we can blame Dante for them doing pretty awful. But, you know, they were not great. But in Dynamite Battle, he went to challenge Bell, which kind of weird. Doesn't seem like Louis does, but I guess he thought Bell was a worthy opponent. And he lost! Because that's Louis for you. I don't know, man. I just think it's ridiculous how these new kids that just started blading are beating the legend. The guy that was unbeatable for new bladers Are all bladers really back in the day? Like, what happened, Louis? Have you stopped training? Have you stopped your training? Or is plot armor just trying to make the protagonist look good? That's probably it. But yeah, this is just my opinion. I guess Louis didn't lose that many, actually. When I was thinking of this video, I thought he lost a lot more, but I guess he only lost to what? Bell and Iyer. Interesting. Anyway, I hope you guys liked this video. If not, leave some nice hate comments for me. I will read them and I will laugh at them. Thank you. Bye.